Hello, this is Eyton Shalom, and I would like to share with you what I've learned about walking meditation. Walking meditation begins with the same principle as seated meditation, and I mean seated mindfulness meditation or mindfulness practice, more specifically mindfulness of the in and out breath practice. And the starting point for all mindfulness practice is mindfulness of the in and out breath. So take a moment while you're standing and drop into your body, out of your mind, into your body. Technically, you're still in your mind, but pay attention to your bodily sensations as you're standing there, the sensation of the soles of your feet on the ground, all of the sensations in your muscles and bones, the air on your face, and take a moment and notice the surroundings as well. Sense of space around you. And now notice your in-breath and your out-breath, your natural breathing. What we're going to do is we're going to choose a level ground, hopefully where you won't get disturbed, and we're going to walk at a slightly slower than normal pace, although I've seen people walk at an extremely slow pace, but you can also walk in a kind of a very slow stroll, and I like to do it slower than a stroll because the first teacher that I learned walking meditation from, Thich Nhat Hanh, had a few really nice things to say about it. One is to take each step when you're doing walking meditation as if it were a royal decree. A royal decree has the power to change lives. So that's the level of attention that you have with each step that you take when you're doing walking meditation, as if it were a royal decree. And then he said, take each step as the Buddha would. You're not imagining that you're the Buddha, but you're imagining someone with that kind of level of awareness and mindfulness, how they walk. So I've actually chosen a place that's less secluded than I thought. So I'm going to walk over here a little bit and just over here. And so the method is this. You look at the ground, about 15 feet in front of you, so that you are looking at the ground you're not looking at your feet in front of you. You're looking at the ground ahead of you, kind of as you would with a normal walk. You can place the palms of your hands on your belly or just leave them at your side. And then you start to walk. And notice the sensation of your heel as it comes in contact with the ground, and as your foot moves forward from the heel to the ball of your foot, and as the weight of your body lifts off of I started with my right, as your body weight lifts off of your left foot, and now swings onto the left foot, and now your weight is moving from your right foot onto your left leg, and like this, you're going to just walk slowly. And just as with seated meditation, you're going to keep an awareness of the in and out breath, but at the same time, you're going to have an awareness of the ground that you're walking on, and your eyes are going to be very focused, gently but very, on the ground in front of you, as if you were driving a car, so that the focal point of your attention is the movement of the walking, the ground in front of you, and your natural breath sensations. What you might notice over time as you do this is that in doing so, you will not be lost in your thoughts. Normally when we go for walks, we're lost in thoughts, remembering what happened, thinking about what's going to happen, all of the people that we're happy about or unhappy about, all of the things we're attracted to or have feelings of aversion to. But when we do the walking meditation, our whole body relaxes, our psyche relaxes, but we stay focused. And this is what's kind of nice about walking meditation for us beginners, is it's actually in a lot of ways easier than seated meditation, because you have something really concrete to be mindful of, which is the ground in front of you, in what one of my teachers, Greg Bantic, used to refer to as soft vision. And but you're really staying focused on the ground in front of you and on your physical sensations of walking, because again, if you're taking each step as if it's the royal decree, a royal decree, then that means that you're really paying attention to what it means to lift a foot up, what it means for the weight of your body to shift from the right leg to the left, and then to move forward onto the right again and shift from the right to the left. And it's not like, in the beginning it will feel perhaps kind of like when you're tiptoeing to sneak up on someone, but that tiptoeing has a lot of tension to it. This is more like taking each step as if it were a royal decree. So you're taking each step with enormous care and gentleness, and you could even say with unconditional goodwill, feelings of goodwill. One of my teachers, Ajan Geoff, who's a monk, he begins every single meditation, because he's a Buddhist monk, with prayers for unconditional goodwill, and that's what's called metta in Buddhism. So I'm going to walk. I welcome you to walk with me. I'm going to walk from here to there without speaking. I'm going to turn this around so you can see the ground. You know, when you go to the forest and go for a hike in the forest, you often, alone, you often do this quite naturally. You walk quietly and you listen. I noticed that I suddenly really was able to smell all of the herbs, because it's springtime, and all of the herbs in the chaparral here. It's not that I don't notice them otherwise, but I hadn't noticed them much at all because I was preoccupied with talking about the meditation. And once I stopped talking, my breath really slowed down. So that's one of the things, as you walk slowly and pay attention to your breath sensations and keep your eyes on the ground. I would say really it's more like 20 feet in front of you. Then your nervous system will drop. One of the great benefits of mindfulness practice. And as your nervous system drops, all of your sense of self goes from in your head down into your chest and belly. And that's why some people, I think, keep their palms of their hands on their belly while they walk, because it maybe helps to ground you. So I'm going to do one more round without talking, and you're welcome to stay here with me. I wouldn't mind the company. You can adjust your pace as you feel it. Just then I slowed down a bit because I just felt like I was getting very calm and I wanted to slow down even more because it helped me get even more centered. And there are people that during their mindfulness meditation, walking meditation, I know Thich Nhat Hanh does this, that they count, so that, let's say in your head you count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with each step, and they want to keep each step the same amount of time. Personally, I don't prefer to do that, and I didn't learn to do that with Ajan Geoff, because for me, that's too mental. I already have too much going on upstairs, and I'm very happy to stay focused on the path ahead of me, mindful of my in and out breath, mindful of my body as I walk. And no one's demonstrated a reason why you need to count like that. It seems too busy to me. It might be helpful for other people. So I'm going to do one more length, and you can walk with me if you like. You can do this practice walking meditation in your apartment or your home. Certainly. I really like doing it outside. Fresh air, plants. And it's always easier to do any kind of meditation when there aren't distracting sounds like people's voices. But my yoga teacher felt that, Yogi Ramaya, that those kind of distractions were actually really helpful. He was fond of saying that it's easy to attain enlightenment on top of a mountain. It's much harder to attain enlightenment when you're married and have children. And there's all of the pressures of earning a living and all of that. And so I think of the distractions of people going by talking as a tool so that you just have to sharpen your awareness. Ajan Geoff talks about sharpening your awareness. Sometimes when you do walking meditation, certainly when you do sitting meditation, especially in the evening, you can get sleepy because our mind so closely associates relaxation with sleep. One way that walking meditation is great is if you do try to do sitting meditation in the evening and you just can't keep from falling asleep, then you can get up and do walking meditation. It's obviously harder to fall asleep when you're walking, but you can get sleepy. And I like the way Ajan Geoff puts it. When that happens, he counsels to sharpen your awareness. Notice he says sharpen. He doesn't say tighten. We have this habit of associating focus and concentration with tension. Oh, look at the moon. That's the moon. With tension, for example, when I was younger, and if I misplaced something like my keys, and I would go, oh, where did I leave my keys? And I would scrunch up between my forehead, the third eye. And then later on, I learned, someone said to me, when's the last time you could remember having your keys? And I closed my eyes and thought about it without scrunching up my eyebrows, and I immediately remembered. And then I went and looked and I found them. So nowadays, actually, if I do have to remember something that I can't remember, rather than tense up, I actually relax and think, what did I have to tell that person? Or, where are my keys? What was the item I need to get at the grocery store? And I putting my hand here to keep it from tensing up, but relax. So if you do get woozy or unfocused, you can sharpen your awareness and just keep walking. This is the same technique that I'm going to do another video of how to meditate while you're driving, but it's a very similar process that actually makes you a safer driver. Okay, well, that was 20 minutes, of which time I probably walked without talking for less than 10, and I'm feeling a lot better than when I began. So I hope you are too, and I hope that you will incorporate walking meditation into your practice, and that you will practice twice a day for 20 minutes each time, and make that a priority over all the things you can easily think of that you do that aren't really so useful or necessary to do. Okay, take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Oh yes, and please, if you liked the video, like the video. If you're still here, I think it means you liked it. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That helps in terms of Google suggesting videos to people searching for these things. Thank you so much.